Today at the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference, CEO of AT&T John Stankey spoke at the conference. And in the event, he talked a lot about the different business elements and the things that they were going to be doing and what they planned on exploring and different aspects of, kind of their focus for the business. He spoke about customer growth. He answered some questions on expectations. Obviously, the investor is all about like revenue streams, margins and things of that nature. But one of the things that he spoke about was they're projecting more success in business wireline. Now that means the fiber business. Now the way that you're going to do that is by your sales teams getting more aggressive to get businesses to choose you over other existing options, whether it would be Spectrum or it could be Comcast or whatever with Xfinity or whomever, right? It could be a fixed wireless provider option that they might have. But that means they're going to have to fight for that business, which means actively within AT&T, they're going to have to do more to earn the business of those particular business customers. Now, I guess the market was down on the day. I looked at telecom in general. I saw Verizon was down a couple of percent. I saw T-Mobile was down a few percent. AT&T was down over 5%, even with the broad sell-off within the market. So I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm not even here to tell you about the sector or the industry relative to investing. But based on what I could see is there was a negative sentiment or a negative response to what AT&T said or what they're implying. Now, I don't know. What does the investor think about the words that John Stankey used? Maybe it was particular language. I don't know. But, very typically, the revenue streams are hard to increase, right? The service revenues. And margins are very difficult to increase over time. It's a very long, grueling process just to improve our ARPUs by 50 cents or $1, right? So they're trying to do something very challenging, which is grow and also be profitable. And, the month of January typically for all carriers is probably slow because it's after the holiday season. So he may have indicated that maybe January was slow. And then, of course, you look at like Verizon getting more active all of a sudden after AT&T got more active responding to Verizon, right? And then T-Mobile, they started cutting prices on their home internet. They started cutting prices on their most expensive plan. Like they're all responding to a muted growth market. Like that's what's happening here. It's getting harder and harder to grow. So acquiring new customers, fighting for them is more expensive. You got to do it by subsidizing really expensive cell phones like iPhone 16 Pro and all those kind of things. They're going to probably have to do the same thing for business, especially in wireline. AT&T's growth story, their margin story, their sales, it's always going to be connected to wireline, the fiber piece, and then connecting and attaching wireless to it. That's how they've been executing this recently. So I don't know. I'm not sure why the market sentiment went so negative on AT&T. Again, I was a broad sell-off in the market from what I could tell, and telco was down across the board, and it could have been in response to AT&T. You never know. They might be looking at AT&T as a bellwether, saying, okay, well, if they're having troubles in these couple of angles, well, then Verizon probably is too, or T-Mobile probably is too. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think of the things that he kind of talked about and discussed here? And what do you think about the outlook for AT&T with respect to wireline, with respect to their wireless business being connected to it? And do you think that the investor is right to maybe sell off here? Do you think that, because like sometimes I ask myself, like, is this an overreaction? I mean, the investors, traders of the world, they're all on eggshells right now. Tariff wars and, when are we going to get rate cuts and all these other things? There's just too much going on. And of course, you still have, all the other things that are going on politically in the world, right? And all of those types of things. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this is right or if this is wrong. What's your take? Let me know. Drop me a line. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more of our videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.